We actually don't know how the next part of the podcast is going to go, because normally when Dean and I do a little bit of planning, we kind of know what
we know
each
the
other are going to
topic,
say. We know
don't
the topics, and then we just kind of come in here and blurt out our opinions about them. But we have given each other the brief today of 3 things that turn you on and 3 things that turn you off.
Not about each other. About other people.
Well, they might be about each
They
other.
might be, but it's about humans in general, not about like...
We don't know that. Mine's
okay.
3 things, babes. Turn you on.
Mine aren't really
turn
about...
you off.
I mean, you do fit into a couple of the categories, but they don't really about you, like,
all right, well, I'm going to dig you out.
I got him. You start then. So what turns you on about people? Number 1.
Okay, so what turns me on? People who take natural pictures of their husband or wife
That's
or
such
kids.
a dig. Oh my God.
People who take natural pictures of their wives or their husbands and their kids, natural pictures, because, and it is a dig, if you were to open Dean's camera roll, you would see lots of selfies, lots of pictures of pints, lots of pictures of sport, lots of screenshots. And
millions of screenshots. I've got to think about them.
Probably no pictures of me and the kids. Like, you know, if I'm having a cute moment, we're reading a book together, or maybe I'm like pushing him in the swing on the park and I'm looking at him like, take a picture, Dean, this is cute. You fucking don't. You never do.
Oh,
like,
I thought this wasn't going to be a dig at each other. I haven't done any about you now. I feel bad.
Well, that's my first one. Dig away. So that turns me on. So if you are a parent out there listening and you want to make your partner just a little bit happier and, you know, make them feel good about
whenever
themselves.
I do take a photo, you go, I look like shit. I look like shit. I look like shit. I'm like, I won't try next time.
Just do better angles, babes, you know. Do better angles.
Camera doesn't lie.
Oh,
need a better camera, do I?
Oh, you dickhead. Love you. Oh, do you know what? I had a really nice one as well for later. Maybe I'll change it.
So we're doing my first one.
What turns you on?
Bit of a boring one,
Go
but
on.
people who say it how it is.
Okay.
I think I love that. I like.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I love people who say it how it is. Truthful people. You know what you're getting. You know. It's kind of like what you do to me, I feel like. Really, you do that to me. Like, if I've got a shit idea, you just tell me how it is. And at the time, it fucking hurts. I think, what a twat. But, yeah, I love that. I love that about someone.
Honesty is the best policy.
Yeah, if I meet someone, I think, nah, they're not being truthful. They're hiding something. I'm like, nah, I don't like you.
Okay.
Now I can sense it. I've got good senses for people like that.
All right.
When other people don't sense it.
Okay.
It's one of my superpowers.
We got 2 turn-ons there, but I'm going to share a turn-off now, all right? Okay? And this doesn't necessarily link to you. It might in some ways and sometimes.
They're all going to link to me. They're all going to link to me. This is what you do.
It's an opportunity to reflect. They don't all link to you, I don't think. Maybe they do, actually. But a massive turn-off for me, just gives me the ick, is not okay, is smoking. Okay?
What, fags or vapes?
Fags mainly, but also the vapes are creeping in a little bit now. Like, I'm sorry, it's just gross. It stinks. The images that come up on the packets, like when I'm trying to like pay for my shopping, I don't want to see that. It's disgusting.
If you're a smoker listening, you're going to get angry.
Yeah, sorry. The waste of money, the second-hand smoke. Like, even the way at, like, weddings and parties, the guests can become divided as the smokers go outside. Like, I remember at my wedding just thinking, stop fucking smoking outside and paying a fortune for this. Come and enjoy the dance floor. Like, get your ass back inside. Spend the whole night standing outside in the cold with a fucking cigarette.
When I've had a drink, I do love a bit of a vape. I know you hate it, and I do like a fag as well. If someone's got fags, like, can I have one? Only when I'm drunk. Yeah, you come hand in hand, and you hate it.
Literally, I'm like, oh, it's
but
disgusting. What are you doing? Like, I look at you like, ugh.
At the
literally,
time, I hate you for hating it. Because I'm like, well, I'm enjoying this one fag. Does it matter? It's not going to kill me. One fag in 12 months, is it?
I don't know. I just think, what's the point? It's disgusting. It just really annoys me when you smoke. I'm sorry, but that is my ick, you know, as well. You know, maybe you're out with friends and they're like, oh, I want to go for a cigarette. You got the choice of like, okay, well, I'm just going to sit here alone at this table while you go and have a cigarette.
I'll be gutted if the kids vape as well.
Or I'll come outside and have to freeze my tits off while you have a cigarette, blowing all this like disgusting air all over me.
Kids vaping is cringe as well, isn't it? Like
Exactly.
you see like 13,
Just don't
14-year-olds
want
with vapes and you're like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, stop.
And I've actually, Dean, over the last year or so, sometimes, particularly like you said, once he's had a drink, although in 2025 we've been curbing our alcohol, very proud of us, but the girls might find the odd vape that Dean's had, and they'll go, can I put this in the bin? And I don't care how much it's cost you. I don't really know how much they are. But
like 10 or something.
Right,
8
like,
quid in the... Well, I don't know what they are. Yeah,
literally, they're like, can I put it in the bin? I'm like, yeah, go for it. Don't care. I don't care. I'm like, yeah, put it in the bin.
Oh, no, so am I the next day. It's only when I've had a drink. I wouldn't do it in the daytime.
No.
I don't see the point. But anyway, each their own.
That's my first ick. What's yours? See, that wasn't really directed at you.
My first one is bad dads.
Oh, okay.
Like loser dads.
What do you mean?
Like people who like leave it all to the wife, like all the housework and all the parenting to the wife, and don't like take responsibility for things. Like that old mentality, like I go to the pub and the wife does all the work. Ugh, don't like it.
Ooh,
Find that
literally.
a bit like if I meet someone like that now, and I'm a bit like, nah, that ain't a flex.
Really?
That ain't a flex,
No.
man. Like back in the day, that might have been leave the wife to do all the housework and all the shit and all that. And I'm like, don't really like that now.
No.
No, because I'm not like that. So
No.
you know, I just don't think that's cool. What do you think? Is that a bit harsh?
Obviously, we didn't plan what we were going to say.
But if
so
I
didn't know
meet
you were
someone,
gonna
they're
say
a bit of a shit dad or whatever. I don't
Yeah.
meet many people like that. Most people are really good I meet now. But I'm just a bit like, it's not cool.
What you mean, like kind of like
Not
those
pulling
dads
their
who might
weight.
be proud, like, oh, I've never changed.
No,
a nappy,
I just
or like-
just do all the work. I just go to work, but I don't do nothing at home.
Right,
You know what I
okay.
mean? But I do the work as well. I go to work full time, but you still have to do stuff at home. Otherwise, it doesn't work.
But
does
what
it?
about those
Well, if
people,
the
just
wife-
being
if-
devil's advocate,
Yeah, go
what
on.
about those people who maybe make it work? Like, for example, we have to, I work as well, so we have to kind of balance the house and
Yeah,
the kids.
yeah.
But what about if in your relationship, you've got that boundary where it's set, right, wife, you're not going to work at all, and I am...
That's a fair point.
You know, like,
That's
what
a
about those
fair
people who
point.
make it work like that?
No problem then. That's a fair point. But don't boast about. They
Okay,
don't like the
yeah,
boasty
yeah.
attitude,
Right,
the manly
okay.
attitude that like.
Well,
the,
like, I've never changed a nappy.
Well,
Well,
fucking-
nappy, I won't give him a bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Nah, not a bit of me.
I get it.
If it's like that in your relationship, fine. But don't go around going all this shit. It's not cool. That's just
That's
my
your
opinion.
opinion.
Yeah.
All right.
Probably might upset a few people with that, but okay, that's what I think.
Well, I'm going to go for my next turn on now. All right? Okay, so turn on is this is aimed at you.
Oh, God. They all
Sorry.
are,
I
Sarah.
know. I don't know, but you're obviously my inspiration.
Fucking hell. I'm a hobby, apparently, she said to me the other day. Fucking sad, isn't it?
But, no, just bear with me. It's when I see parents, and this is mums or dads, this is anybody, when I see parents showing patience with their children and, like, not losing their shit.
You're such an arse.
No, I'm not. Oh, my God, no. Like,
I've got so much better with that.
I know, so just let me finish.
Go on then, go
So,
on.
like, when I see that you are maybe really stressed, or maybe the kids have made a mess, or you're like really overstimulated, and I'm looking at him, and I'm not gonna lie, like probably
You can
5 years
sense.
ago, I'd be like, oh my God, he's gonna erupt, right? But
You're
now
making me out sound
No,
like a right animal. Fucking
no,
hell.
I'm not. You're not an animal. But now I've just watched you evolve over the years, and I just find it a really nice turn on. I do. I really like it. And I feel really proud of how
God,
far
I really
you've come.
do try. I do.
As a
Sometimes
parent.
I'm like, look, everything's really stressful, but I think just look, don't overreact here.
Yeah,
'Cause it feels like shit when you do, and you say sorry to the kids, you feel like a right tit.
Yeah,
and a
and I
shit
don't think
parent.
it's attractive. Like,
it's not
especially,
attractive.
Like
it's
when
not.
I see you, just like kind of you take a deep breath and you deal with it calmly. I find that really attractive. I do, like especially maybe because we've got two young girls as
it's
well.
much-
I
go on.
don't like it when in the past you might have like shouted at them, like gone from 0 to 100, and I'm like, all right. Fucking shut up, mate. They're my kids. I know they're our kids, but do you know what I mean? Like, I just have so much more respect for you. I'm so much more attracted to you, and I love you more, I suppose, when I see you, you know, with your patience with the kids, and I can see that you're taking a deep breath. I don't know. For me,
it's much
that's
hard.
just
It's
attractive.
hard to act like that, isn't it? It's hard to be like that. So it is a skill. It is a quality to have. If you're feeling burning up inside, just keep it cool inside. Outside, and just let yourself.
And I'm not saying it turns me on. That's not what I mean. But what I mean is, I'm like, oh, he's so lovely.
I'm patient with the kids, and you're sitting there tingling. Joking.
Fucking hell. Gross.
That's weird.
Go on, turn on.
Turn on?
Yeah, for you.
Oh, mine are a bit boring compared to yours.
All right, go on in.
Naturally funny people is a real turn on to me.
Oh.
Yeah, people who are just naturally funny. They got like a bit of a, what's it? Don't have to try hard to be funny. No, that's with some people, and they're just trying too hard to make you laugh all the time.
Yeah.
And it's just too much. But some people I meet, naturally funny people. Bit boring, but that's what I find attractive in a person.
Do you think that's because you're funny?
I don't know, am I? People say I am, but I don't think I necessarily am. I don't know.
I think you're funny, apart from when you go a little bit too on the line sometimes. Sometimes he goes way past the line and crosses the line.
Oh, when I'm...
crude.
When I'm very crude.
Loves a crude joke. Like even just now, like talking about...
Wittiness, I think I like. Wittiness in conversation's cool.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that.
Love that. Right, let's go for a turn off. Okay. Might be controversial. Again, I'm not here to offend. I'm just here to give my opinion. However...
Everyone's just switched off now because she's offended me. Fuck this podcast.
This one, I feel like, I don't know, maybe you agree, maybe you don't. But massive turn off for me is people who watch Love Island or Towie.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I did when I was 20 odd, but if you're late 30s now doing it, come on.
Sorry, I just
hate
it. I think it's cringe. The whole values of the programme and creating drama for the sake of creating drama, it's just not a bit of me, and it's not the kind of TV that I want to watch, that I want my kids to watch, or the sort of thing that I want them to aspire to. So, sorry.
Ben watches it.
Do you, Ben? Oh, sorry, Ben.
He's about to walk off now.
He's about to walk out the studio. Yeah, sorry. Love Island and Towie. No, thank you. It's not for me.
I do agree with you, babe.
Go on in, turn off.
When I meet new people and they don't like sport, I find that quite awkward, but not like in the sense I wouldn't like them. It's just when I initially meet them, like in the playground or whatever, and they don't like sport at all, I find it hard to get like a common ground of conversation. But that's not to say I don't like them. I've got really good mates who don't necessarily like sport, but that just initial, that's all I talk.
You need sport to break the ice.
Because that's like 90% of my hobby, so that's like my icebreaker. So when I meet someone like new, business is quite high on my list as well, but sport I find easy to talk. It's an easy thing to talk to, and I'm quite shy with new people.
Yeah.
So that's hard work for me. But that's it. It's just with new people. If they don't like sport, it's a tricky one. But that's not necessarily. I don't like
sport. I don't hate it.
You hate sport.
I don't hate it. I don't have a passion for it.
No, it's not. Yeah,
That's
I'm
all.
just saying new like.
Right,
chats.
you find it hard to make new connections or chats.
Initially. But I love business and stuff like that. So if they're like that, that's a good one. But sport is like 90% of my hobbies in it. So it's a tricky one. But that's it. It's not,
it's not a bad.
It's not a bad character's trait or anything like that. It's just I find it tough.
You'd be good in a pub quiz, wouldn't you? Like knowing all these random sports facts.
If it's sport, yeah. Anything else, I'm shit. General knowledge, I'm absolute shit. What's the colour of the sky? Ain't got a fucking clue. Basically, it's just terrible. Yeah, it's awful.
Right, I've got my last turn on now, okay? And we've mentioned this on the podcast before, but it wouldn't be the truth about me and what turns me on if I didn't mention it. Chore play. All right? A man who also enjoys taking care of his home. And yes, that is a great turn on.
I worked my bollocks off the other day. I think it was a Saturday. 3 hours I was at it all day in the house. The house looked really good. You came down with shit out down here. I was like, no, it's not. I worked bloody hard down here.
3 hours.
Non-stop. It was.
Okay.
Anyway.
No.
You didn't appreciate it that more anyway, chore play. But yeah, I get your point. I like chore play as well. It does turn. I like when you're Tidy. That sounds really...
Would you like me to get one of those little outfits, the little French maid
But I
outfits,
love
and dust
walking
in the
into
house?
a tidy, clean house. I mean,
I
who
know.
doesn't? Fucking
I
hell, you
know.
walk downstairs, it's mint. I'm like, I love it in here. Wish you could stay like this forever. And then the kids are down there and you like, look at them.
Bomb site 2 minutes later.
5 minutes later.
Cheers, kids. Right, you've got your last one now.
People just talk about themselves. I find that a big problem.
Oh, this is your ick?
Oh,
Okay,
oh
no, go
no.
on, it's all right, go on.
Oh,
No,
shit.
Go with it now, go on. Your
Yeah,
ick.
people who just talk about themselves. I find that fucking, wouldn't be friends with anyone like that. I find it really hard work.
What do you mean?
They just literally talk about themselves, don't care about you or anything like that. Like, I'm very conscious when the conversation's too much on me, and I'm like, no, let's shift it back to you. But some people just all about them, don't ask you any questions about your life, anything like that. I find that deeply problematic.
Oh, see, that's really interesting because
No, I love hearing about people. I love them talking about
yeah.
themselves, but there's a two-way conversation.
See,
when it's all one way, I'm a bit like... And it's always one way.
I find when I meet up with people as well, and people are like, oh, how are you? What's new? I'm just always a bit like, yeah.
Yeah, let's get the conversation
right.
back on them. But
and
that's
then I
fine.
want to get the conversation back
That's
on them.
fine.
I
But
don't
if they
really
try and get
yeah.
it back onto you later on, that's completely fine.
Right,
But if they
yeah.
never do, every time you speak to them...
I suppose maybe I appreciate the fact that they've asked about me.
Yeah.
But then I'm quickly to be like, okay, let's just go back and I'll hear about you. I have nothing interesting to say. My life is very boring.
This podcast for half hour every week or so is the most interesting thing we do.
It is the highlight of my week.
Yeah.
Being with you here, alone, with no children.
So are we done with that one? Is that just sort of
I've
self-explanatory?
got my last ick now, right?
All right, yeah.
And is it aimed at you? Well, you have a think about it and find out. My ick is people who leave teaspoons and tea bags everywhere. No, stop it. Just stop it. Stop leaving your teaspoons on the side. Stop leaving your tea bags on the side. And also, don't get one of those things that's next to the kettle.
But
like
who do I take
like
after?
a little pot to put all your tea bags in as well. Just put them in the bin. Put them in the bin.
Has my mum
And
got
then,
one of them?
I don't know, but I just find it all disgusting. Put them in the bin. I don't want to see teaspoons on the side with your little tea stain. Like, just no, stop it. Put them in the bin. It annoys
You don't
me.
drink tea though, do you?
I don't drink fucking tea. To be honest with you, it's like an inconvenience to me when somebody comes round. I'm like, I've got to make them a cup of tea. I hate the whole like tea bag thing, like squeezing it.
How can you not drink tea or coffee?
Ugh.
Like, you must be the only person on planet Earth that doesn't drink tea or
I
coffee.
just drink water and wine.
Yeah, it's
The
good
odd Diet
mix.
Coke, like that's it, water. But I just
More wine than water,
ugh,
put it
the
that
tea
way.
bag thing. No, yuck, ick. Put them in the bin. Don't leave them on the side. No, it's not okay. Stop it.
Fair play.
Thanks.
I won't change.
I
It's
know.
part of who I am.
I know
leaving
exactly
tea
where
bags.
you get it from as well.
Yeah, I know, my poor mum.
Oh God! When she's been round, I'm like, there's just teaspoons everywhere. Put the fucking teaspoon in the bin, Sue.
Right, last one on this then. So last turn on is competitive driven people. Is that boring?
No, go on.
I do love that. People who are competitive. Like, how can you play something not to win? Like, if I'm playing something at darts or snooker or even fucking Uno, you got to win. Even if you're playing your kids.
I know you never let the kids.
That's
win. You're so
fun. That
mean.
makes it fun. Oh, I don't care if I don't win. No, you have to. This is life. This is part of fun. Like, you're really competitive, and I love that. Like, you played your dad at darts the other day, and you're quite good, not great, but you just wanted to beat him so bad.
I know, and I didn't.
And I
He
loved
beat me.
it.
I was like, oh
No,
my God.
I had a little boner under the table watching. Oh God,
Watching my dad play darts.
he had a lovely arse.
I really sincerely hope that was aimed at me and not my dad.
Yeah.
Did you actually?
No, fucking hell. Yeah, competitive driven people, I do like that. I mean, if you're not, it's fine, but I love competitiveness. I'm really competitive, and I think...
Do you not think with the kids sometimes, though, can't you just let them win double? Like, double, you just annihilate them and they don't want to play with you
I love
anymore.
it. I want to win like 40-0. But you stop me, like, no, give them a few more seconds. I'm
They
like,
just don't
okay.
want to play with
In
you
my head, I give
otherwise.
them 3 seconds. I go 1, 2, 3, and if they haven't got it, I'm like, bang. So I give them like a 3-second handicap on every single one.
And you wonder why we don't want to play Monopoly with you. We had an incident once at Christmas, and Dean almost made, like, literally nearly ruined
Family
Christmas.
Fortunes.
Family Fortunes. We bought, like, the Family Fortunes board game, and you were being Les Dennis, weren't you?
No one was playing properly. They're all getting pissed. I was like, it's your go, and everyone was like talking and getting pissed. I'm like, no, we're playing a serious game of Family Fortunes. Everyone's fucking about, and I'm like, no. And I literally lost the plot, didn't I? And I think I just stormed off and had an argument with half the table.
I was like, Dean, this is not the spirit of Christmas.
It meant more to me. No, if you're going to play something, you've got to do it properly. You've got to try and win. Monopoly for fun. No. It's about getting hotels and money and...
Oh, Park Lane.
Yeah.
Mayfair.
You love getting Mayfair.
I do. I like getting the good ones.
Yeah, I never take you there, though, do I?
No, you don't even take me to the pub anymore. I'll take you anywhere.
Premier Inn is about your level.
Premier Inn? You've never taken me there either. You know. Anyway, right. Is there anything you would like to add, Dean?
No, I think that's long enough. I think that's good enough. Yeah.
So thank you so much for listening to our
But leave
pod.
your turn on and turn offs in the comments.
Yeah. What turns you on and what turns you off?
If you're listening to on Spotify, you can have got a comment section I've seen now. So please comment on there because people have been. It's really interesting.
Okay.
I love seeing comments in there.
Well, like giving their opinion, even if they don't agree.
Yeah.
Agree, disagree.
Yeah. Call me whatever you want. I'm used to it. That's what life's like at home. It's fine. Yeah, we just want comments in there.
Oh, thank you. And if you did enjoy the podcast today, please click on the 5-star review.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Cheers.
you.